Hi, my name is Emma Ginder, and this is my assignment 2 online activity. The objectives for my online activity, I have narrowed them down to our first chapter in math. We use the Go Math curriculum. Next week we are testing, so I thought this would be a great way that I could actually use it in my classroom and assess my students before this assessment, just to make sure that they are prepared for the test. So we have 3 objectives for this chapter. The first one is round 2 and 3-digit numbers to the nearest 10 or 100. Use place value to add 3-digit numbers, and use rounding to estimate sums and differences. To make sure my students are meeting those objectives, each student will create a Flipgrid and post it under the assigned topic. I will use their Flipgrid to see that students are meeting the objectives or whether they need more intervention with specific topics. So to demonstrate an understanding, students are going to create a Flipgrid and they're going to do their thinking out loud. We practice that a lot whenever we're doing whole group math. I will do my thinking out loud on the board so they know what that means. But by having them do this, I'm able to see where they're struggling and what they are and aren't understanding for the chapter before we do the chapter test. So now I'm going to show you the Flipgrid, and I'm just going to talk to you guys like you're my students and I'm assigning this to my students. Okay, so when you go to flipgrid.com, it will ask for a code for the specific assignment. So I will give you guys all the code and you will post it in there. And then to make sure you have the correct code, it'll say Ms. Ginder's 2019-2020 class. You each have your own individual ID login. So you'll just type that in there. I'm going to use one of yours. And then here it brings you to our class Flipgrid page. If you scroll down, the most recent topic or assignment will show first. If you see 2 topics, that'll show all of them. So just in the future, if you're a couple behind, you can log on here and drop down. But this one, chapter 1, show you what you know is what we want to do. So here it gives you the directions of what I would like you to accomplish, and then the 5 problems that you're going to solve. So you are going to have 5 different math problems to solve. You are the teacher. You are teaching me how to solve these problems. You can do it on a whiteboard. You can do it on pen and paper. However you want to do it is fine, just as long as you're showing it on the video and using your thinking out loud so I see or I can learn from what you're teaching me. So down below is the assignment. There's 5 different questions you will solve. I will put them on the board. It would also be a good idea for you to maybe write them and have them on your desk for you, because once you start to create your entry, you won't be able to see those. So I would write these down. And then when you're ready to add yours, you'll click this big green plus sign. And this is not going to... Usually it pops up your camera because I'm using the Screen-O-Matic and it's not letting me, but usually it will pop up the student's face, and there are all different things on the side you can do. If you want to do your work on the screen, you can. It has a little pen tool and you can literally write the numbers on the screen. I'm okay with that if I can read your handwriting. If it's kind of messy, because I know it's hard to write with the key or the pad, just use a whiteboard, kind of turn it around and show me your work and things like that. But once you get it all completed and you've solved all 5 problems for me, there should be a done button in the corner, and you will click done. I believe it lets you name your video, which is fine, and then you'll submit it. And then once everyone submits, or as people start to submit, it will add up under this topic and we will be able to see one another's. And then I can go in and I can easily see that you are understanding this or what you need some more practice on. And you can see, I always tell you guys that sometimes I think you learn better from each other than from me. So you can watch your classmates and see some ideas and strategies that they use that you might want to use on the test or in the future. So let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.